I became very depressed. I realised that there was something going on within me that was making me unhappy.
I was in the middle of being burnt out. I was angry all the time. I was all over the place. I wasn't able to handle different emotions properly. I just felt heavy.
This isn't my first or second time battling with addiction. It's been an ongoing thing for about 20 years.
I was quite paralyzed by my anxiety. When you feel something bad is going to happen and you don't know what it is, so I wouldn't necessarily be fearful of any one thing. I would just go around feeling like everything I'm doing is wrong.
I just didn't know who I was anymore. I didn't know how to ask for help. I was filled with guilt and shame, and I felt like almost like I deserved to be where I was because I didn't listen to anybody.
A constant sadness, but not being able to work out where it's coming from or how. So I wanted to find basically some help.
What I like about the New Life system is the sense of community. Like every morning there's a community meeting. I really appreciate that.
You can actually stop and focus on yourself, which I haven't had time for before.
Primary care was very important to educate me on my addiction, and New Life presented a place where I could take that further on by applying what I learned in a different type of environment, and I'd really have to know my intent and get what I want out of the program.
Going into these support groups every night, which inspired me to share more about my own experiences.
It's really refreshing and very comforting and encouraging to realise that everybody has those thoughts, and it's good to explore and share that with other people without fear of anyone judging or thinking any more or less of you for it.
The practice of mindfulness helped me to become more curious about what's really going on and what I'm really feeling, because I had this tendency before of escaping pain or escaping unpleasant experiences.
When I studied psychology, I heard about mindfulness and that it's being used to treat depression and anxiety, and I thought this is something I really should investigate for myself.
It's been such a relief to realize that my thoughts don't define me, and no longer do I have to be a slave to my thoughts.
Those emotions are still there, but I can observe them and be aware of them without having to be at their mercy, and that is so much less tiring and less frightening. Meditation was a big surprise for me. I kind of came here for life coaching and yoga, but I now actually do more meditation, and that's a very important thing I'm going to take away with me.
I struggled to get into meditation alone, and coming here, it's been really beneficial for me to meditate with other people.
I love the community work, the agricultural work, outdoor work, staying in contact with soil and with nature. Of course, the meals, if I can say that. I love the meals, the vegetarian meals.
Because this place has given me so much, I really enjoyed giving back, even if it was just weeding or doing the dishes.
I was very lucky to have two wonderful life coaches.
To have 2 or 3 sessions of life coaching every week, as opposed to 1 session with a counsellor every other week, I've also found very helpful.
They cared for me as a human being. When I went to therapy, I never had that, where I really felt like the person sitting in front of me really just cares about me as a person and not looking at it as a kind of business.
Time has been the most important thing, especially when you're practicing new behaviors. If it wasn't so affordable, I definitely would not be able to be here as long as I have.
I feel more grounded. I can give more importance on what will nourish my soul.
I'm no longer completely powerless to what's happening inside me, which is such a relief.
I honestly feel I could stay longer here if I have a choice, but I think I can face my old life with my new self.
I've learned so much, actually. What makes me happy is knowing that I can feel all these different things, and my world doesn't fall apart anymore.
Being able to be very honest with myself and with others, that's what makes me happy. Fully expressing myself. And I think I was able to do that here.